Hi guys, hope you're doing okay and keeping busy. I know that lots of schools are saying lots of work for you to do, but hopefully you're managing to find time to do some other bits and pieces as well. Today's little video is about well, it's a crafty one, to be honest. And what I'm going to be using is air dry clay. Now you might not be able to get hold of air dry clay, so you could use plasticine or anything that kind of acts like clay. You may even be able to make your own from mud in the garden, or make your own kind of salt dough type thing. I think I remember making some of that when I was young. There'll be recipes for that on the internet as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a green man. It can be done in stages, and you won't be able to finish it off until, well, certainly if you're using clay, until everything's dried. But the green man is primarily interpreted as a kind of symbol of rebirth, representing the cycle of growth each spring. It's found in various different forms throughout history, and the green man himself can be found in many different kind of forms or guises, but the common feature in all of those is the face that's covered in leaves or foliage, very often with some of those kind of sprouting out of the mouth. To many, the green man represents an environmental guardian, the keeper of the forests and woods. It's kind of how I like to think of him. So here we go. So the first thing that you're going to need, obviously, is some of your plasticine or clay. And what you want to do is you want to make a base. Okay, so going to kind of flatten out this piece of clay to start with. I'm going to use an old cup. Don't use your parents' or carers' nicest rolling pin. I'm going to roll this out so that I've got a nice circle. Just push that down on there, twist, and I've got a circle. Now we do want to move that circle around later on, so you might want to just loosen it off. If you're going to use a knife, I'm using my pen knife, but you can use any form of knife, just to lift that and make sure that it's nice and loose on there. So that's going to be the base of our green man. The next bit, we're going to need to put on some eyes, a nose and a mouth. So we're just going to make very simple little eyes. Obviously try and make sure they're the right size compared to each other. So a nice circle for an eye, another circle for an eye, making sure they're the right kind of shape. Doesn't have to be perfect in any way. This is your interpretation. And then we'll add in the nose and the mouth. Now, in proper Blue Peter fashion, here's one I made earlier. There we go. So we've got the eyes, we've got the nose, we've got the mouth there. I've just used the end of a paintbrush just to give a little bit of extra feature in here with the mouth and the eyes. So that's the basic element of our green man. And now what we need to do is think about the leaves. So I've got a couple of leaves here from the garden. This is a buddleia leaf and a red currant leaf. But you can use any. The important bit is that they've got a nice kind of vein structure on the back, because you're going to press that leaf into the clay or dough or whatever you're using. Okay, so you want to try and get a nice smooth piece of clay. Just mould it into a rough shape of a leaf. Like this. And then you're going to just take your leaf and press it down into that piece of clay. Now at this point, again using a sharp knife, do note that I've got cardboard on here. Don't be cutting into your best table. I'm just going to go round the outside of that leaf very carefully. No comments, Ian, about me and using knives, please. There we go. I'll just put that to one side. And hopefully you can see on here we've got this nice leaf structure on our piece of clay. Now what you're going to do is very carefully take that leaf. You might at this point need a little bit of water. Just pop that on there. And then you're going to start building up the face of our green man. So similarly with different shaped leaves, you can have a think about the pattern if you want a pattern. Most green men that I've seen, it is a kind of symmetrical type pattern, but you can do it however you want. It's, as I say, it's your interpretation. Just do another leaf here. Again, just carefully cutting out the rough shape of the leaf with my knife. It's quite therapeutic actually. Just be nice and careful. And so you don't have to use a sharp knife for this. But again, perhaps not your best cutlery, your best cutlery. And take a little bit more out of that. Okay. Just lift that up, and again you can see that vein structure on the back. Again, just a little bit of water as I'm using clay, and I'm going to pop that just over the eye on this one. And hopefully you can see that you can build up the leaves as you go. Okay, so we've got a nice pattern emerging there. I'd put perhaps another one of these leaves on there. Put perhaps another one of the green buddleia leaves out there. So the idea is that you build this up so that you have a completed face, and then it should look a little bit like this. Okay, so you can see the eyes in there underneath some of the foliage. The nose and the mouth are just tucked in there. And what I've done is I've just taken some green acrylic paint to start painting the leaves. Ideally, you put a variety of different colours of green on there, just to finish it off. If you are using the air dried clay, obviously wait till it has dried before you start painting. Of course, you don't have to do the green men in clay. What you could do is actually use leaves themselves and just stick the leaves onto a picture using glue, and see what you can come up with in terms of a green man. Have fun and enjoy yourselves, and stay safe.